Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're in the kitchen again today, and today we're actually going to make hamburger buns, but instead of standard hamburger buns, we're going to make pretzel hamburger buns. This is actually really easy to do. Basically what you need is a dough. Now this is a pretzel dough, and I will link to the recipe for making this, but you can also do this with just a standard white dough. So we are going to take our dough, and I'm going to make 7 hamburger buns out of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to divide it into 6 because it's the easiest way. It's literally the easiest way. I'm going to divide it into 6. And you'll notice some of them are bigger than others. So what I do is I make a ball out of all 6, and then I steal off the bigger ones. So I don't really care if they were even or not. I steal off the bigger ones to make number 7. So that one's significantly bigger, and so is this one. So I'm going to steal off the bigger ones to make 7. Because it's just easier, and that way you don't even have to care how you divided your dough in the first place. So we are going to steal off of these ones. So you just steal enough that they're about the same size. A little more off this one. And some off of this one. And a little bit off of this one. And a little more off of this one. And there we go. We now have 7. So what we're going to do is form a ball with each one. So you're going to form a nice little ball. Okay, tuck your ends under really nice. So I'll show you how. Take it, flatten it out, basically turn it inside out. Take your edges, gather at the bottom. Okay. And place it down, do a little bit of a roll so that that kind of seals up really nice. Okay, so you're just going to, like that, give it a little, that's why you notice when I put them down, I do that little motion. It's to help this part seal up. Okay, so we're just going to do that with them. This one needs it again. So you just want to make sure that that bottom is nicely sealed. Okay. And that one I already did. So then what we're going to do, we don't need the knife anymore. We're going to take a pan, and what we're going to do is we're going to flatten these a little bit, then pick them up and kind of stretch them a bit with your hand. Okay. Place them on a pan. Just each one. This was really easy to do. And I know they don't look like pretzels, but they're going to taste like pretzels. So we're just going to take all of them, and once you have done that, you're going to set this aside to rise only for about 20 minutes. You don't need a full rise cycle because these are going to get boiled. So you're going to get yourself a pot of water on the stove and set it to boiling. So when these have relaxed for about 20 minutes, we will be able to turn around and turn them into pretzel buns. So yes, just a little disc, just like that. And then you just place them on your tray. Okay, your baking pan. And squeeze all those air bubbles out because they're really annoying. Okay. We are going to let these sit, and we will come back in about 20 minutes and we will boil them and turn them into actual pretzel buns. But until then, we're just gonna let them relax. This is an important step, is letting them relax, because right now they're a little too thick, they cling together a little too much. So you just want your dough to relax a little bit. So give them a push so they're a little bit wide. And now we're just going to let them relax for about 20 minutes. Okay, so our buns have relaxed. We have water boiling on the stove, and we have set our oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's turn these into pretzel buns, because right now they're still just buns. If you bake them up, they'll just look like buns. So what we need is we need to add some baking soda to this water. You're looking at about, there we go. You're looking at about a teaspoon or so per cup of water. Okay, so we have about 4 cups of water in here, so I just poured in approximately 4 teaspoons. You do not have to be completely accurate, but your water should look cloudy after. So then you wait for the bubbles to break out again. take one of your buns and you're going to put it top side down, and you're going to leave it like that for at least 30 seconds, but you might want to do a full minute. So the longer you leave them, the darker they will become in the oven as they bake. Remember, this isn't baking them. So you're just doing top side down, because that's the side you want. Okay, so you're just doing top side down. This is also kind of activating the rest of the yeast and making them rise all the way. And you're just going to wait. You do want some kind of spoon, like a slotted spatula or something, to get these out. Slotted spoon or a skimmer or whatever you have, because you do want to be able to remove these without taking a bunch of water with you. So have your slotted spoon or whatever you've got. And then once you're satisfied, take it out, flip it over. Oops, I missed. It's okay to miss. Just use my fingers. There we go. And then you're just going to continue to do that for the rest of them. You probably don't need to watch me do this the entire time, because there's 7 of them to go. So you don't need to watch the entire process. It's exactly the same for each one. Top side down, leave them for 30 seconds to 1 minute in the water, then put them top side up back on your pan. So we'll come back just as soon as I have done all 7. All right, all 7 of them have now been boiled. We can get rid of this water. Just pour it down your drain. There we go. Hold on. And now we need to make these look a little more like pretzels. So I'm going to take my bread lame and I'm just going to do an X. And the way I do that is I just go along each one and I slice. It doesn't have to be very deep, okay? Because there's nothing inside these buns that you're slicing to reveal. But I like to do an X, and I'll show you why when they bake. And then I just turn it this way so I can do the other side. I don't mess with trying to go back and forth. I just turn the whole pan. Here we go. So now I have nice pretty X's on top. And last but not least, I'm going to take some coarse sea salt and top each one with some coarse sea salt. Okay? And then we are going to bake these for 20 to 25 minutes in an oven that is preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to pop these in the oven, and we will come back as soon as they're baked and you can see the end result. We'll be back as soon as they're done. And our pretzel buns are finished. You can see how they have such a nice color. That is because we had them in the baking soda water before they baked. And using your bread lame or a really sharp knife to cut an X just gives them a really nice presentation. So I've got the 5 buns here. The other 2 are on the pan. They don't really fit on my plate. So that is what they look like. They are absolutely beautiful. They are delicious. Use them for sandwiches. Use them for hamburgers. Whatever you want to use a pretzel bun for, you should use a pretzel bun for. That's about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make pretzel buns. We'll see you tomorrow.